Hey guys, welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. I'm Greg, and this is a 1964 T-Bird convertible, and it's been on the rotisserie. The bottom of this baby is just as pretty as the top. Look at the red paint on this thing, looking absolutely gorgeous. All that chrome on the front looks like it's been redone, looking beautiful. And it says Thunderbird right across the hood, looking sweet as can be. All those letters look like they're brand new. Beautiful, beautiful car here. Super cool. Love the hood scoop on this thing. Headlight bezels are looking great. Everything about the car just absolutely gorgeous. Very seldom do you see one of these done to this level. Beautiful restoration on these. I believe these cars were probably driven a lot and put away. You just don't see very many of these beautiful Thunderbirds. Super cool. When I was a kid, we had, I can't remember what year it was, but I remember running from a tornado in one time. I was in the back seat looking out the back window telling Dad, go faster. You see the door jam's nice and clean. The door panel looks like it's original to the car. It's just in beautiful shape for being from 1964. This baby's almost as old as me, just 2 years newer. You see all the interior in here looking beautiful. The nice white, so you don't have to worry about the sun heating up the interior when you got the top down, cruising around. She is a beauty. Really cool dash on this thing too, really unusual. They were really going for something special when they built this thing. Super, super cool. Carpeting looks like it's new. Center console's looking great. I want to show you something that the steering wheel does here real quick. The steering wheel actually moves over there out of the way so you can get in and out. And then when you drop it down into gear is when the steering wheel locks itself in. Now we're going to put the top up, and if you want to see pictures of the car with the top up, go to our website at vanguardmotorsales.com. I know a lot of you don't know how these operate, probably wonder, where is the top? Well, the whole deck lid folds up and the top goes down inside the deck lid. And we'll show you all that later. You can see all the trim back here is looking good. And again, it says Thunderbird right across the back. And then it's got the Thunderbird in the taillights. As you look down the side, man, red, man, it looking beautiful. Love the color red on these hot rods. And this was a hot rod back in the day. The doors fitting nice. Now, we don't do any consignment whatsoever, and a lot of you may be wondering what that means to you. Most classic car dealers sell on consignment. They sell just about anything that'll roll through the door, and they don't know much about the cars. Finding a Vanguard quality car isn't easy. Our team of 15 buyers review thousands of vehicles each month. Our inspectors travel all over the country to handpick each of our cars, which saves you time, money, and frustration. Think of us as your expert hands, eyes, and ears to make sure that you end up with the highest quality car. We have almost 50 team members here at Vanguard, and every one of us is a gearhead. Growing up around the Motor City, all of our families worked in the auto industry. I grew up working in the garage with my dad, and we worked on countless classics over the years. Around here, cars are a way of life. All right, 64 bird time. Let's go for a ride. Beautiful day to take the convertible for a ride. 390 power, red bird, rotisserie restored. Now we're going to take it back to the shop here when we get done driving And we're gonna put this baby up on the lift so you can just see how pretty the bottom side is too. She is gorgeous. I've had the privilege of already seeing it. Super cool car right here, man. Super rare too. Can you imagine the technology and everything that went into it back in 1964? Actually, they probably started developing it about 1962, figuring out how to get that top to go down into the trunk area. Nowadays, they just click a couple things on the computer and they can figure all that out. Back then, they used pencils and rulers. Now we can deliver it anywhere in the world too. Super cool. Just call Tom anytime. He'll tell you just how easy it is to park this dream in your driveway. Love this bird. I know I already told you the story about running from a tornado. I think ours was a 66 if I remember right. Now you see down here on the dash, kind of looks like one of the Thunderbirds too. See that speedo? See how it goes up? See the red? The more red it gets, the faster you go. Or vice versa, the faster you go, the more red it gets. And don't forget, we're getting in about 40 new cars every month, so we've always got new inventory coming in. And the best way to keep track of our inventory is subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell button. All of you who have subscribed, I want to thank you. Well over 1.5 million of you have already subscribed. And when you hit that little bell button, you get a notification every time we do a new video, so you can be the first one to see it. Be the first one to get this dream parked in your drive. Now that big loud sound you just heard was a semi-truck we were driving by. And earlier when we were putting the top down, the garbage truck came in. So that was another big sound you heard. Well, we're gonna put this baby up on the lift for you right now. And we're back at our shop right now also. We're located right here in the Motor City at 15100 Keel Street in Plymouth, Michigan. This building is where our team of 15 world-class mechanics inspect and improve every one of our cars. All of our work is done in-house. Our mechanics only service the vehicles we sell. We start with a thorough inspection and test drive. Then our team gets to work. We take the time to learn each car and fix the things that I would fix if it was mine. If that means the engine needs to come out, then it comes out. When you purchase a classic car from an auction or another dealer, in most cases it hasn't been inspected or serviced. You may be in for some unpleasant surprises. At Vanguard, we save you from the headaches that cost you time and money by handling this process for you. Right down the road is our 40,000 square foot indoor showroom. This building is climate controlled and houses over 100 amazing vehicles. We're constantly bringing in new inventory, so you never know what might show up tomorrow. We are underneath the 64 Bird now, and I don't know about you guys, but I've been under a bunch of these things and I do not see them done to this level. You can see that it's painted red under here. Somebody spent a lot of time cleaning up the bottom side of this car and painting her all up, making it look beautiful. We got great looking paint on the trunk floor. We got great looking paint on the rear end, on the gas tank. I mean, a lot of stuff's been rebuilt on this stuff. I see new brake lines. Now on the drum brakes out back here, our guys will take those all apart, make sure they're in good working order. We do have, it looks like the vent for the rear end needs to be hooked up. I'll make sure that gets hooked up. You can see they really did a beautiful job on everything here. We got new brake line, new fuel line going front to back, new exhaust going all the way to the front. You can see all the coating on the floors here looking beautiful, and it looks all original to me. I don't see any evidence of any major patchwork or anything. It does look like they seam sealed everything. I mean, they did a beautiful job sealing this baby up, looking good. We got the Cruise-O-Matic automatic transmission. We'll talk about the 390 here in a minute. We do have drum brakes up front. Again, the guys will pull those apart, make sure they're in good working order. We do have new bushings in the radius arms. I see new bushings in the sway bar. I mean, it's nice and clean on the bottom side here. Wheel wells are nice and clean. Back side of the bumper's nice and clean. The core support's nice and solid. I can imagine probably a lot of people have been jacking the car up on that core support. And I tell you what, that core support's solid as a rock, not like most cars. Now the chrome on the front bumper, right down to the bottom edge, all looking good. And then we've got these good looking hubcaps. Can you imagine if you had to find one of those Thunderbird hubcaps? Now these are a set of older tires. If you're interested in driving this thing every day, I'd suggest maybe putting some BFGs on here. 205 75 15s on the tires. And as you look down the side, she's looking beautiful. See a lot of reflections in the paint there. See the inner wheelhouse looking nice and clean. You can see those floorboards looking nice and clean. The pinch welds looking good. Bottom side of the rocker, we got all the original spot welds, all looking gorgeous. Now outside, we got the same size tire, and we got the same good looking hubcap, and then we got the fender skirts. Dad used to make me take those off so I could clean those white walls. Well, let's lower this baby down and look under the hood. The quality's under here also. Look at all the paint work. Look at all the bright work. Look at everything. The hoses, the wiring, the power brakes, the power steering, the air conditioning. Now it's got an updated AC compressor on it. It does have a Holley 4-barrel carb sitting on there. Let me run around the other side here. I'll tell you whether it's a double pumper or not. No, it is not a double pumper. It is vacuum secondaries. It does look like the electric choke's hooked up. It does have a late model alternator in it, so it is a newer alternator. We got a battery shut off on it here, so we suggest you shut the battery off whenever you're not planning on driving it. Just a little save your battery. Of course, 390 cubic inches, one of my favorite motors, so that is an FE. Bottom side of the hood's nicely painted, firewall's nicely painted, a lot of new hardware under here. I mean, everything's gorgeous on this thing. I tell you, like I said, I've looked at a lot of these Thunderbirds in my life. This is one of the nicest restorations I've come upon. So give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your driveway.